snow night, and Whip is at the bottom of the hill with the van, so we're going to rescue him. Here we go. Well, it's never a dull moment. We hope you Long Island customers got all your meat and you're super happy. Connecticut, this is what we got to do sometimes to get you your orders, but ultimately sometimes we can't get up that hill out there. So we're gonna tow her on home, tow this van on home, tack on a few extra miles for Whip here, and we're gonna call it a good old night. We're just hoping that bumper don't rip off the front of this sucker. So these wheels are spinning hard in the back. And I'm supervising, but we're going pretty good here. So we didn't want to leave the old van at the bottom of the hill with those plows coming. You never know what the deal is. So it's always something out here on the ranch. We had 2 calves born too. Figures, some snow, cold, and they're 2 beautiful little black Angus mommies. So hopefully they get through the night. They're all jacketed up, and hopefully they're all gonna make it through the night. So anyway, it's crazy because it's snowing tonight. It's a little cold. It's gonna snow most of the day tomorrow, and then all of a sudden it's gonna be like 49 on Tuesday and 51 I think on Wednesday. So it's craziness here for sure. But anyway, I'm gonna go and we'll reconnect hopefully when it's light out. We'll get this bad boy back in the driveway and we'll have a good old night. Well, for those of you that are wondering, we made it to the driveway, so it's a good day. It's a good day at the office. The old John Deere came through more than the old Ford Transit van. So anyway, that's what we got. This is why, for those of you that want to work on a farm, you better be ready for everything that comes your way, because it is not all sunshine and rainbows. I don't care what those YouTube channels tell you. It's work from start to finish. We started at 3:30 in the morning today, and whoa, almost took out my truck. Almost took out my truck. Okay, I'm going.
Look at his face. Get his nose out. Get it. Come on. Nose out. Nose out. Nose out.
Rocco, where's the snow? Rocco, where's the snow?
Come on. Get his nose now.
This dog loves the snow.
Get his nose now.
Well, all right, here we are. It's snowing. The sun is trying to make an appearance here, which is amazing because we haven't seen it in weeks. And our glorious town supervisor's done a wonderful job plowing the road again. He likes to bust our chops for putting tractors on the road. Maybe he should think about putting some plows on the road, but that's neither here nor there. So we take care of our own stuff here. We don't wait for towns or governments to help us. So we're just out here getting these cows ready to be fed, and I'm gonna go check on some of these 2 young calves that we have. That's one of our sows right there. She gave birth last week. Actually, I take that back. She did not give birth last week, but we're hoping that she got bred back. But it doesn't look like she's dilated much, and we have to make a decision on what we're gonna do with her. You know, if she doesn't get bred back, you know, it's gets expensive to feed. So we're moving these cows this morning, rolling out some hay for them. Probably give them an extra bale, just with the snow and some of the cold. We'll feed them a little extra today. But this is always a cool sight in the snow. Some people, you know, they wonder about the cows. You know, should they be outside or should they be in the barn? But our cows live outside all year long, 365. We only bring them in if there's a problem. So we hope that there's no problems. But yeah, so you don't have to worry about the cows because they got thick coats on them. You know, they get a winter coat and then it slicks off and they slick up and they get a nice summer coat so they don't, you know, suffer too much. But anyway, it's pretty cool how they can endure really incredible conditions. I mean, I remember last year it was like 20 below and they were outside. All we did was feed them extra, you know, because they do burn a lot of energy in the cold. So we fed them a little bit extra and they did fantastic. So we just keep them moving. We're still moving them pasture to pasture, even though it's the winter. There's no grass growing, but how great is it that you could fertilize your land all year long with these cows. They're just moving station to station, and all year long they're taking care of the land, you know, fertilizing, crapping on it, peeing on it, walking on it, stimulating seed bed. That's what it's all about. So rather than pay for it, you know, in terms of, you know, the inputs that most of which we don't even want to put on our land, we just we get them to do it for us. So pretty cool. The pigs are outside crushing. They're doing their thing. We got some junk hay from somebody this year, so we got a bunch of extra hay bombs. So we're just spreading them and giving them to the pigs, and they've been doing really good. They haven't been piling as much because they've had so much extra hay, which is pretty cool. There's that big boy. So we're getting it done today. Last night was a crazy night with Whip getting stuck at the bottom of the hill, but we towed him up and he was good to go. So we're hoping that this weather is it's pretty, it's nice to see, but we're hoping it clears out of here because we got orders to get out this week. We have to pick up dry ice in the morning, drive about an hour and change to pick that up, an hour and a half. And a lot of, you know, I guess it's not a customer's problem or issue or really anything to even care about, but you know what goes into this is a lot, you know, and it's every week, it's every day with the animals, and it's every week, you know, trying to get these boxes out of meat to customers all over the country. But it requires us 1 to 2 days a week to drive an hour and a half each way to go get the ice. We have to drive an hour and 20 minutes to our butcher shop, sometimes up to 3 days a week. And there's a fuel cost to do that, there's a labor cost to do that, and there's a time cost to do that. So sometimes, you know, customers expect us to be Amazon and turn things around in 2 days, but it doesn't work that way, unfortunately, as much as we would love it to and as much as we strive to. But there's a lot of moving parts here, which means there's a lot of planning. There's a lot of there's just a lot that goes into it. So, you know, we try to, when we reach out to customers and say, hey, it's been 3 days, 5 days, even 6 days, 7 days, sometimes, like, I haven't got my order. You know, we let them know that we have to fill in the order in which it comes in. And sometimes, being a small farm that doesn't have a lot of inventory, like, we don't have huge warehouses or freezers that we keep stocked. You know, we have to custom cut things. We have to make sure that we have it ready. And if we get, you know, a bunch of orders for pork chops, we got to make sure we have enough pigs that are ready for that. So it's a process. It's not something that's just, you know, off the rack. I always tell customers, like, look at this like buying a custom suit versus purchasing something from Marshall's or a store that just has a bunch of suits hanging out, you know, Men's Warehouse or whatnot. You know, you can go there and you can, you know, pick out your suit just like you can go to a grocery store and pick out your meat. But if you're looking for something custom, you know, off the farm stuff, it just takes a little bit more time. The convenience factor is a little bit different. And that's why, you know, we tell people, customers, listen, if you could buy a half a cow, a whole cow, even a quarter cow, it's going to last you some months. So you know when you're getting low in supply and you have a full freezer. Or same with the pigs, whole pig, half pig, if you're into pork. You know, load up so you don't necessarily have to just order small boxes. You can have a stock and a stash, which is really cool and really positive, and you'll never find yourself, you know, in an emergency for meat. You know, back during the government-induced COVID disaster, we got pounded with orders because people were freaked out, you know, and they still are. Well, now they just see the poor beef quality. They see how bad it is, and meat quality. That's sort of the leftover effect of COVID, but it's always been bad, actually, at least in recent times. So, you know, people said, you know what, there's farms out there. Farms still exist, and we could buy off of a farm. Isn't that amazing? And we saw a ton of orders come in for shares, and people wanted to fill their freezers. They were buying, you know, 10 cube plus freezers and filling them up, and it was an amazing thing. But, you know, preparedness for anything is important. So, again, if you want to make sure you always have good quality farm fresh meat, you know, you can go with a bigger share, and you'll be happy you did, price-wise, and also just supply-wise. You know you got the supplies. It's a beautiful thing. So here's our piggers. These are some beautiful Berkshires that we have here. They're gorgeous. What we found with them is they're growing a little bit slow. We have their brother in the barn who's a boar that we're going to use by himself, and man, did he grow well. These guys are growing a little bit slower because they spend, you know, obviously a ton of time, well, all their time outside. And the cold, you know, they burn a little bit more energy, so it's just a little bit harder to put it, not just harder, right? It takes a little more time to put size on the pigs outside as opposed to inside. You know, when you see people that raise their pigs for their whole life inside, in some ways we get it, because you could turn a pig around pretty quick. You know, you're feeding it for 6 months versus 10, sometimes 11 months. You know, that's unfortunately what it takes sometimes with an outdoor pig that has to endure the winter. Our pigs that are born in the usually in the spring, they grow a lot faster, like early spring, because they don't have to endure the weather, which is pretty brutal up in this region. So I'm wondering how pig producers do down south, because again, they're not enduring the temperatures that are endured in upstate New York. So I'm sure it's a different game, but anyway, just a little bit of something. Hey, buddy. But these pigs are really cool. They're an important part of our farm. To provide customers great pork, but they also bring in energy. You know, if we didn't have any pigs on our farm, it would feel a little bit weird. And how cool is it that the pigs are here, the cows are right there, and we got more pigs over there, and everybody's just kind of coexisting, you know, like those crazy bumper stickers that people think that's going to happen in the real world. But it happens on farms, this coexisting thing. We don't have too many wars or fights breaking out between pigs and cows, so it's kind of cool. But I see one of these little calves, and you can hear a little calf basically screaming for his mother. But again, we got a lot of little calves running around, a lot of winter babies. I know Greg Judy would think we're crazy doing this. I gotta make sure I don't fall on my rear. But let's go see them. Look at that little baby. She's literally a day old right there. You can see her, she's gorgeous. Little black Angus baby. There's a little small one over there. Let's see what we hear. Let's see if we can follow the calves. Oh yeah, see her? That's a little female. She's gonna be a good breeder on our farm. Little baby right there. Taking a little tinkle. But she's looking for her mom. There's a little Hereford right there. And it's cool. It's cool to have these little babies on the farm, but you could see the cows. They're doing fine. They love it out here. So that mommy's calling for her baby, and her baby's trying to suckle a little bit of milk. So anyway, it's super cool. It's a great opportunity that we have to do this, and we're thankful for it every day. Even during those days when it's cold, rainy, snowy, sometimes a little bit ugly out here, but it's worth it. It's worth it when you get customers that really appreciate it. The ones that don't, they can go somewhere else. But anyway, all kidding aside, we appreciate everybody's business, and we appreciate you coming on this journey with us and this ride. So we'll see you soon. I'm gonna go take care of some work here today, and hopefully this sun comes out, this snow stops, it melts down, and we can pick up that ice tomorrow, no problem, and get these orders out. So have a great day, have a great night, have a great life whenever you're watching this, and we are happy that you're taking the time. And if you're looking for farm fresh meat, we are freedomfarms.com. We'd love to take care of you, send some meat right from the farm to your door. So we'll see you soon. Take care. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a share, and give us your comments down below. See ya.